Welcome back, everyone. Allen County Dog Warden Julie Shellhammer is with us today. She took a break from rabbit hunting and brought her coon dog in today. That looks like a full-blooded Coon Hound, right?
Yes, she does. Yeah, I would think so.
She's
and
beautiful.
Somebody has her pretty hunting collar,
right?
Reflective collar. Too bad they didn't have a license on it.
Yeah, that would have helped out, right?
Yeah.
And she was found not too far from your place, right?
Yeah, she was found on Elm Street, closer to Seraph Road, out our way.
Yeah.
Nobody's called. She came in Saturday, and nobody's called.
Yeah,
so,
and she's young too, right?
Yeah, she's only about 8 months old.
She's got great teeth.
Sweet as can be.
Yeah, she's the sweetest dog. She came up and she's just letting everybody pet her, and and look at the ears. That was the first thing. She could fly with those things. Okay. Well, explain the adoption process. What do we need to know there?
Everything's spayed, neutered, and vaccinated before it leaves. And that'll all be taken care of. And they just need to come in, spend a little bit of time with her, take her out for a walk. If you have another dog, you can bring it in. She has a puppy, though, so she gets along with everything so far.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it's going to be a good fit for your home, we have a short application, and she can go home the same day after her surgery. It's
such a quick, easy process, too. As you said, this is a dog you probably want to have some area to run, if at all possible, right?
Well, I don't necessarily need the running part as much as neighbors.
Yeah, right. Oh, sure.
She's a hound dog.
She might hear something in the middle of the night.
And she will let everybody know that she's where she's at.
Yeah, that's where I am, and that's where I'm going to be.
Hound dogs do tend to bark a lot more, and the howling part, which can be, you know, be considerate of your neighbors. If it's something you can keep in the house, not going to be an issue.
Yeah, there you go.
Take her out to potty, and she walks so nice on a leash. And like I said, she's very young, and she's just super sweet.
She's the sweetest dog. I saw you walking around leash outside, and she stayed right beside you. The other thing, well, it does bring up an interesting issue. We're getting inching into hunting season, and that brings up some extra issues as well, right?
It does. People are going to be out hunting. So if you do find a dog with a collar, tracking collar, you know, be sure to give us a call. They're going to be looking for their dog. So then they do let them run and try to get the, you know,
and hope they come back,
rabbit, whatever, and hope they come back. But yeah, the other thing is, because there are hunters out there, know where your dog is.
Sure.
Because if they're hunting and something moves, you know, you don't want your dog to be the target accidentally, of course. But yeah, so make sure you know where your dog is, and make sure the tags are on, because sometimes gunshots and loud noises, you know, we talk about 4th of July especially. Yeah. The dog can take off, can be very frightened and take off. So make sure the license is on your dog.
Yeah. I feel like we've said that a few times anyway. Yeah. Well, and you bring up a good point, but I have a woods, it's probably a quarter mile from my house, and they will hunt in that woods, usually in deer season. And my dog, if she hears that, she goes straight underneath the bushes. She doesn't run off, but you do see instinctually they're scared of that, and you got to coax her back out of there. So as you said, kind of keep an eye on them, right? Yeah, and
you know, all throughout the year, you have to be careful of the wildlife. You know, a lot of them aren't afraid to tangle with the wildlife. You know, even your little Jack Russell Terriers, you know, they're made for that.
Sure,
so
sure.
You have to make sure that you know where your dog is, and make sure that you can have a good vet that you can call at any time if they do get in a scrap with one of the wildlife animals.
Yeah.
And, you know, the most important thing I can tell you, again, is to have the dog license on the dog. If it takes off or is injured, we need to get a hold of somebody very quickly.
I had a hunter tell me once he had Jack Russells, and he said, I said, when will the Jack Russell give up when it's chasing? So he said, the Jack Russell will not give up.
They will not give up.
And so, as you said, you got to keep that in mind. It might be, your dog might run miles and miles and then have to try to figure out how to get back, you know? So, yeah, those are things. Okay, well, let's find her home. She's the sweetest. As you said, come by, get to know her, that kind of thing. Yeah. That's the easiest thing to do.
She'll cuddle right up. She's a real sweetheart.
Yeah, she's the sweetest dog. All right.
And I want to make sure everybody uses caution when they come to our facility. We are still doing the driveway. It's going to be a little bit of a process, and, you know, watch your step.
Price of progress.
Very cautious of your step.
Okay, excellent. Be careful out there. All right, thank you, Julie. We appreciate it. It's good seeing you. Now go ahead. We'll be back right after this.